Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to show you how I make my green smoothie. And first, I start with the base. So you see some of the items that I'm using. I use greens. Two will be great for making your first batch. I just basically soak it real good in water and just individually rinse off each leaf. That's the main thing that I use. And then what you saw in the picture before, I use apples. Sometimes I'll use whatever fruit I have on hand and carrots, pretty much whatever you want to use. But this is going to be your base. So I'm putting it in my blender. My blender is a Ninja BL660 Professional Compact Smoothie and Food Processing Blender. I love this one because it also comes with another container, smaller container that you can use to actually make this smoothie. Like I said, this is the base first. So you take those greens after they're clean and you just kind of stuff it at the bottom. Just be careful, those blades are it's really sharp. So I have not ever cut myself before, but I've heard of people cutting themselves. So that's why I get a spoon and just kind of stuff it. You want to pack it in like this. And then after you pack it, you want to add water, just enough to cover the greens. And that's it. Then you go ahead and add your other things that you're going to have, which in my case, for this particular base for my smoothie, I use just some apples and a few oranges. So yeah, so just right to the top of the greens only. So everything else would be bare. Um, everything else would not have the water there because you don't need that much. You need a lot of water, but not all the way to the top. So I'm adding chia seeds. Sometimes I add chia and flax. Like if I do both, I'll do like a fourth of each. I'm adding lemons as well and oranges. I usually use frozen fruit when I actually make the smoothie. So after you get everything in, you basically, I use number 3, and I'm just gonna let it just chop up all of that, all the greens and everything else that's in there. It doesn't take but maybe a few minutes. And like I said, this is the base. This is what you're going to be using. One thing I like about this is that it lasts in the refrigerator, I say a good week or so. It still tastes fresh when you make your smoothies. One thing I like about making a base is that it's easy to take from this to make your smoothies every day without having to do everything all over again because you got your base, the green base, I call it. And then I'll show you shortly how I actually make the smoothie with the other container that it comes with. It comes with a to-go cup with the sprout lids, and it has a lid, as you can see in the picture, where you put on the Ninja, and then it makes your smoothie. So letting this go run for a few minutes. Smoothies are so awesome. So you can see here, this is how it looks. It's supposed to look this way. You're not drinking this per se, but this is your base. So it's supposed to be kind of liquidy. And this is what I would put in the refrigerator. So when I'm ready to make a smoothie, I would use the other little cup that comes with this Ninja, and I will pour some of it in the cup. As you can see here, one I already made. And this consists of, I'll show you in a few minutes, the frozen veggies. So there's a fill up line with this, and you want to just, make sure you hit that line. Don't go over because it'll run over. So these are some of the frozen fruit that I've used. Also agave, either or. I'll use agave or I will use the raw honey. It's really great because it gives that sweetness to the smoothie and it tastes delicious. So this is a consistency it should be. when you actually make your smoothie. So you can put the frozen veggies in first, then you add your green smoothie, then you can add your other ingredients. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I make the actual smoothie from the base. I like to put my fruit at the bottom. I think it comes out better. When I first started doing this, I was experimenting. So as you can see on this, it can be thick. So sometimes you may want to use like a spoon or a scooper or something to get it out because you don't want it to too much to come out and it spreads all over the place. So you want to just get enough in there. You be mindful that there's a line that you don't want to pass because I've done it before and it makes a mess because it seeps through even though you have the container covered. So that's about right. And then you add in whatever you want to add in, like avocado. In this particular video, I added avocado, strawberries, and I did blueberries. But the best way after doing this a few more times, it's better to add the frozen fruit at the bottom first, and then you can put the base of the spinach. I'm not spinach. The greens in and kind of situate it where it covers completely everything. But you can do it either way. But that is now my favorite way to do it, is put the fruit in first. Don't overdo the fruit because you don't you want it to be a balance of the green smoothie. And the fruit is good because it's nutritional, but also it helps the green smoothie to taste really good. So this is the single serve container that comes with this Ninja. I'll leave it in the description so you can see the one that I got. And I just recently ordered a couple more. You use this middle section here for the smoothie. And it doesn't take long. And you have to kind of play around with it. If you do this and it's not sweet enough or whatever, you just, kind of play around with it. That's basically what I did. But these smoothies are so delicious. They taste so good. You're looking for a thick consistency, not watery, kind of like a smoothie. I think these smoothies beat Jamba and all these other places. Now this actually wasn't smooth enough. So I don't think it was sweet enough. So I added some more. Just kind of play around with it because it should be really smooth, a smooth texture, not lumpy or anything. This smoothie is very nutrient rich. It's great for your digestion. It's a good energy boost instead of always getting from coffee. When I make these smoothies, it fills me up. I'm not as hungry. Sometimes I can skip breakfast or replace this for breakfast, replace it for dinner. It's great for hydration, great for weight management, and give you glowing skin. It's just delicious, and it helps you, most importantly, to get your intake in. I sometimes make, because I make the base, can make so much smoothies that I have enough to make for my family, and everything is cost effective too. So go ahead and try this. I love it because it's easy to make and it can last for long as a week and still taste nice and fresh. Make sure you store this in the refrigerator. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and check out the products in the description if you're interested in buying any of these. This is a container that it comes with. I just ordered 2 more of those.